I'm Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. This is not going to be a very positive review because I don't have a lot of positive feelings about this book, but I don't think all book reviews should be positive. I think you should have a good assortment of what you like and what you don't like. I think that that's important. So Genuine Fraud is E. Lockhart's most recent book. It came out sometime this year, I think in like August or September, maybe. This book follows our main characters, Jewel and Imogen. I feel like that's really the only thing that you can know going into this. I think that going into E. Lockhart's books totally blind is the best way to go into E. Lockhart's books. The way that E. Lockhart pitches her books is she doesn't really pitch them at all. She writes very vague synopses, and they get me. They get me every single time. It got me with We Were Liars, and it got me with this book, and both times I've been disappointed. I ended up rating Genuine Fraud 2.5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I will link my Goodreads review in the description. I was really like going back and forth between a 2.5 and a 3-star for this, but at the end of the day I kind of weighed my options and I realized that I felt more negatively about this book. The thing about this book is that it goes backwards in time, so it starts at one point and goes back so you can like unravel this mystery and all these things that happen. But I got less than halfway through the book and I found out like the great twist and I like figured it all out, and then once I got to the end I was like, oh well, that was lackluster. I think that's like one of the biggest issues that this book has, is that it was very predictable. The reason I was fine with picking this up even after I didn't enjoy We Were Liars is because the writing of We Were Liars was spectacular. It was very poetic, very lyrical, it was gorgeous, and this was not that writing. This writing was very bland, it was very mundane. There wasn't anything about this book that I really enjoyed. One of my biggest pet peeves is when authors censor their characters in their books. Like, she literally wrote the phrase effing instead of having the characters be like, oh, this fucking idiot. Like, just let them say fuck, E. Lockhart. Like, it's not that hard. Like, we know what you want them to say, just make them say it. I'm not exaggerating when every single time she went to say fuck or fucking, she put F, E-F-F, or effing. And like, I find that to be so unnecessary, and that just like irritates me. The main character complains about like hetero white men always being like the leaders of the story and being like the action heroes, but the main character is literally a hetero white woman, and there literally is one person of color and he's a throwaway side character. So I don't understand why this book wrote so much about like taking down hetero white men when everyone in this book is white and heterosexual. That felt very disingenuous to me. I felt like this book just tried too hard a lot of the time. I started this book with such high hopes because it started off really cool, and if it had continued in the direction that it had been going, this probably would have been a 4-star for me. E. Lockhart does where she'll get to the peak point in the book, and then it just flatlines the rest of the way, and just everything else becomes so predictable, so like bleh, that it makes the half of the book that you enjoyed less enjoyable. After reading this and not enjoying it, as well as not enjoying E. Lockhart's previous work, I've decided that I will no longer read any more of E. Lockhart's future works that come out. I've never been one to ban myself from reading an author, but it's to the point where I get lured in by these really vague synopses every single time, and then I just set myself up for disappointment. And this isn't a book that I personally recommend, but if you found enjoyment in this book, that is perfectly fine. We're all entitled to our own opinions. You're allowed to like books that I don't like, and I'm allowed to like books that other people don't like, and it's cool. Wow, we're all different sentient beings with our own opinions and thoughts on things. What a beautiful world that we live in. So don't come at me with the rudes because of this. I found it to be kind of a flop. Let me know what you thought about this book, what you think about E-Lockhart. I definitely am game for having some discussions. If we share different opinions, that's super neat. Also, if anyone wants a copy of Genuine Fraud by E-Lockhart, let me know. As there you have it, that was my short, sweet, not so sweet review of Genuine Fraud by E-Lockhart. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me comments, all that jazz. And if you want to see more of my content, you can always subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And like I said, my name is Morgan. I hope you all had a wonderful day and happy reading. Okay, bye!